What up, Canine fam? We are talking bioavailability. Now, I know I touched on this before, but we're going to go a little bit deeper and give a real understanding on the power and why you need to pay attention to the bioavailability. So I want to talk about the 3 top benefits to bioavailability. First of all, bioavailability is, at the end of the day, what's the absorption rate? What is the body actually utilizing, right? Like business, doesn't matter what you gross at the end of the year. What's your net? What are you taking home? What are you putting in your pocket? Not what are you grossing. Same thing with bioavailability. What are you consuming? What's your pup consuming? But what are they actually utilizing? That's the return on investment. So bioavailability is super important for a few things. Number one, efficiency. The nutrients, the minerals, the vitamins, the amino acids. What's the efficiency and the effectiveness of the meals that you're giving? And that's one of the biggest reasons that I even rolled out Canine Super Supplements, our line of supplements, because it will help the absorption rate, the digestive enzymes. It'll help get into the system and be able to be utilized in the most effective and efficient way. Because if it's not bioavailable, if you're not utilizing it, what's the next thing that happens? You're either utilizing it, or they're utilizing it, or they're wasting it, right? So when your pup, one of the great ways to know the bioavailability of the meals is how much are they eliminating throughout the day. And I get this feedback a lot, especially when the dogs are on commercial feed, because the bioavailability is so low, that when they get on the correct supplementation with those meals, they go less. It's less waste because they're utilizing more. So now their body, their motor, their engine, their computer is able to utilize that fuel correctly in a most effective and efficient way. And listen, at the end of the day, that's the dynamic duo. Effectiveness and efficiency. That's the long game. Number 2, consistent results. Now, once you can dial in the bioavailability, once you can get that bigger return on investment, now you can start to really win at the long game with consistent results. You know what's coming. Like, in other words, predictable is what I'm looking for. I was looking for that word. Consistent, predictable results. Then when you can get into that, you won, right? You are winning at this game in so many avenues. Because without the consistent, predictable results, what happens? It's short term, then you move on to something else, then it's short term, then you move on to something else, and at the end of the day, you look back and that roadmap is all over the place. There's nothing that there's no real data. You don't really know what worked, what isn't working. So where do you go from there? You just keep starting over, moving to this food, moving to that food, moving to this supplement, moving to that supplement. At the end of the day, figure out the bioavailability, and it's always going to be the whole foods, right? It's going to be the bone broth, the bone marrow. That's going to help the absorption rate. That's going to help the bioavailability. That's going to help the effectiveness and the efficiency. And number 3, cost effective. Now you're getting much more bang for your buck. Now your return on investment is much higher on a consistent basis. So if you think about this, why bioavailability, absorption rate, usable nutrients are so important is because of the top 3. Efficiency and effectiveness, consistent, reliable, predictable results, and third, cost effectiveness. Who doesn't want cost effectiveness in today's world? And that's exactly why Canine Super Supplements even exist, because of the effectiveness, the efficiency, predictable results, and the return on investment, the ROI. So when you hit all 3 of those pillars and then just rinse and repeat, you're winning. And then what does that do? Like I always talk about, at the end, when you rinse and repeat, right, you get compound interest. Compound interest, when you're moving in the right direction, means positive, predictable results for your pup, for your breeding program, for your pregnant females, for your studs, for your pets, whatever that is. That's got to be the end game. That's got to be the goal. effective, predictable results. Rinse and repeat. Appreciate you guys. Like, comment, share. Let's get this message out there. Any questions? I'm not hard to find. Appreciate you guys.